future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Welcome to Both Sides Now, featuring the unconventional duo, Dr. Shirley and medium Kelly White.
Two perspectives, one world.
This is Both Sides Now.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Both Sides Now. I'm Dr. Shirley.
And I'm medium, Kelly White.
And John, our faithful and beautiful, wonderfully handsome producer, is here with us
thank you,
tonight.
sir.
He has his own microphone.
I do, yeah.
We need to get a camera on you, is what we need to do.
One day we will.
One day we will.
adorable.
I'm the man behind the curtain.
You're like the Wizard of Oz. So we want to, although this is not a political show, we want to acknowledge that there may be a lot of, what do they call it?
Election fatigue.
Yes.
I know I personally have had it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually passed out today for a couple of hours.
We're being force-fed.
I can't hear it anymore.
Well, you know, I want to acknowledge that, and I want,
Yeah.
you know, our listeners to know that we get it, we understand it, we're holding the space, hopefully, in this hour to distract you maybe even from that. We don't want to pretend that it's not real, but this is not a political show, and so we don't really want to get into it. Right? I mean,
Yeah, that's
that's
correct.
that's what we kind of talked about. So,
That's
but
very
we
correct.
but we did want to acknowledge because
Yeah.
it's the night before, and I know that there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety, and just know that we hear you and we feel it too.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Right?
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we do have calls that are on hold from James's show. So
Oh,
we
great.
will be getting to them. I just want to let folks know who are on hold that we will do our best to get to you. And we're going to try to keep the calls short so that we can get to as many as we
Yeah,
can.
John, you're going to have to hold us to it. So I think I'm saying that so people can get mad at you
Oh, okay.
instead of, because I mean I love it when we have call-ins, and I love to
Yeah.
see the healing when, you know, especially when
Sure.
you, Kelly, are able to
Well, and you,
channel.
Shirley, well, and don't forget, we'll do psychological questions too. So if anybody
Yeah.
that's out there that has anxiety or depression or grief or sadness, you know,
Yeah,
give
I'm
us
happy
a
to
call.
offer.
Yeah,
I'm happy
of
to offer
course.
tools.
And maybe
But
even
yeah.
Shirley will give us some psychic advice too, because she taps in.
There you go.
Well, you know, actually, I had a session with Carolyn Coleridge.
Oh, great.
She was on
Our
our
guest
show
from
Because-
Halloween.
On Halloween.
If anybody knows and has listened to the show, you know I will try everything at least once, you know.
And I bet you loved
and
her.
she was wonderful.
Yeah, I love
she's
Carolyn.
so grounded and she's
Yeah.
so just, you know, and the stuff
And
that
she's
she said.
The perfect one for you because you work in the healing arts and the psychological world, and she does both. So
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I have to say it was a wonderful
like Cal.
session. So people out there who want to have a session with her, she was on our show. When was it?
Halloween?
You weren't
Well,
here.
she was Halloween when I wasn't here. I was at Boss Gags.
Oh yeah, we had a great
And
time.
We did.
I hope you had a great time.
I did.
Oh,
I'm
good.
sorry I missed it. I was thinking about you guys while I was there, but yeah, I was loving my little Boss Gags. He's so cute. And then, but we had her on the week before, didn't we? When
It
all
hasn't
of us
been
were
shown
here?
yet, but yes.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's
Has not
okay.
been shown
No, it's a
yet.
pre-record. It'll air. We let people
It'll
know.
air probably towards the holidays
Yeah.
when, you know. But she's wonderful. So what is her website so listeners can maybe contact her if they want to?
Yeah, you know, I believe it's Intuitive Soul Solutions, but I'll look it up really quick
Okay,
and let you know.
thank you.
Yeah.
And of course, Kelly's always available for readings because
I
you are
am.
unbelievable, and I
Thank
get to
you.
see it every day when we're in the office
Yay,
together.
Which is always fun.
Now it's Intuitive Soul Healing. That's intuitivesoulhealing.com, and that is for Carolyn. And Kelly's is Kelly White, KELLEE, white.com.
Thank you.
And then Shirley, of course, is drshirley.com.
Well, of course. But we are working on our website together.
Oh, Both Sides Now
So
TV.
BothSidesNowTV.com.
Yeah.
And that'll come out soon. And we can actually do joint sessions if anyone's interested, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we
That-
do
that's
Skype
always good to
sessions,
do.
yeah.
And all of our past episodes are on YouTube. I was just going through that over the weekend. And so, yeah, please visit our YouTube. And also like us on Facebook at Both Sides Now TV.
Perfect.
Thank you. Now, what's the YouTube?
The YouTube is Both Sides Now TV as well. I'm trying to make it all
Both
uniform.
Sides Now TV. Okay, because
Yeah,
sometimes
so-
when I do Both Sides Now, it goes to the song, which is such a beautiful
Yeah,
song.
that's true. You know, if you put in Both Sides Now and then spell Kelly, KELLEE, then it will come
Then it'll
or
show up.
yeah,
Okay.
or your name, Dr. Shirley. I mean, it will come up.
Wonderful.
I just yeah. So you're right. It does go to that song, very popular song, which is our
Which
opening
is such
song.
a great song.
Yeah.
So today we wanted to just talk for a few minutes, and we will definitely get to the calls, but just a few minutes about
Lessons learned.
Yeah.
Life lessons learned. You know, we all come into this life to learn things. And often what I find, and I think you probably find as well, is that I'll have clients that will bring in the same experience over and over and over. They'll bring in the same person, although the person may be in a different package, might be a male instead of a female, it may be tall instead of, short. But whatever it is, it's the same type of person that keeps coming into their
They're all
life.
For the same
cornflakes.
lesson.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They're all cornflakes.
They're all cornflakes.
different box, all cornflakes.
Very true.
Watch the movie Straight Talk. There you go.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that where that's
they
from?
mentioned that. Yeah, Dolly Parton plays in that. She's a call-in talk therapist. It's really crazy.
Wonderful.
Cornflakes.
Yeah, cornflakes. I love that gal.
I mean, I've had many clients that have come in that they have chosen poorly over and over and over, and each time it could be over trust. It could be that somebody has said they were going to do something and they never did it, and there's never any follow through for it. It could be any type of lesson that the person has to learn. And so what we do is we pick people to come to teach us to get into it's always to get into our power. It's to get into our power.
Yeah.
And have you had clients like that?
Oh, I've
Shirley?
had it all the time. It's so funny because if I had, let's just say $1 for every time I said, we're going to send that person a thank you note at some point, you know, because it's really someone that triggers something to work on, and the person may come, devastated, or because it triggered so much anxiety or sadness or disappointment. Either mom did something, or the boss did something, or a sibling did something, or a friend did something, and they come and we talk about it, and we kind of, it's almost like kind of our work is like this surgical, it's like an emotional or psychological surgery, right? And we get to what's underneath that.
Yeah. Right.
What did that person trigger? Because anytime that there's a reaction that just goes a little bit more than what the situation calls for, and it's not, I don't mean to call it an overreaction, because there's no such thing. But just when you notice that you're reacting a little bit stronger than maybe the situation calls for, know that it's triggering something, and unresolved something from the past. And be curious. And that's what we do, a lot of times is you're calling it. And we get to what the issue is, and we're able to heal that wound. And so then we send a thank you note to the person who triggered you, because of them, you came in wanting to work through this.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely right. We do come in wanting to work through certain things. So I had a client recently that really needed to get into her power. And so she kept choosing the wrong people in order for her to finally be able to stand up to herself, to them, and say, wait a minute.
Now, when you
I'm
say
not
the
gonna
wrong
do this
people,
anymore.
what's an example of
An
like the people she
example
used to
would
choose?
be that she would always loan people money. This gal was always loaning people money, or she would expect a certain reaction from somebody. That they would take care of her, they would do whatever, and it never happened. And so finally she had to stop doing that. She literally had to get into her own self and say, why am I doing this? Kind of get into my own power. She had to get into her own power.
So it sounds like she also had to learn boundaries.
Oh,
Did she start saying no?
She started saying no. She started saying no.
That's one of the hardest things for people, is to set a boundary.
Especially when you're a people pleaser.
Oh, yeah, especially.
Yeah, and because as a kid, we're not really able to set boundaries. Most of the time when when 2-year-olds learn the word no and they say no, we don't have that kind of, paint by number book that teaches a parent how to still teach a child the appropriate thing without kind of, sending the message that you're not allowed to say no or set a boundary, and that's kind of where you learn it. As a kid, you can't really set boundaries. You can't really say no, and so then it's very hard to set boundaries as an adult.
Yep.
Yeah. So what happened with your client?
Well, she ended up stepping into her power and being able to non-belligerently confront the person that she needed to confront. And she started to feel really strong and good about herself. And then kind of a shift takes place when that happens. And then you can kind of see, wait a minute, this is what I've been doing all along.
The aha
it's like the
moment.
aha moment.
Yeah.
Those moments, those aha moments are the most important for our growth. When you can actually see what you've contributed to this and why you would continually choose that.
Like the epiphany.
The epiphany.
Yeah, those are those moments. And from a neurobiological standpoint, those moments actually cause almost like some neurons in your brain to just kind of fire together. And all of a sudden, when that connection fires together, they say what fires together wires together. And so when that ability to set a boundary and you get the response, when that happens and you get that epiphany, it's literally neurons in your brain kind of firing in this new pattern that then allows that to become a little easier,
To fire up that light bulb.
Thank you. That's a wonderful metaphor, but that's kind of, in
Yeah,
reality what
sure.
it is. You're kind of grouping new neurons to fire together that maybe have never fired together before.
Isn't that interesting? And spiritually, the way I view it is that, on our path before we incarnated, maybe this person wanted to look at power and how to set boundaries and what it's like to be a female in a male's world. Well, although that's really changing a lot, so much. But I'm wondering if that's what she came in to do, because she really did step into that power, and then I've never seen such strength.
Wow. And it really is also understanding that stepping into your power and setting boundaries doesn't have to be, and being, doesn't have to be done in a confrontive or over the top way.
Right.
You could set very subtle boundaries. Not picking up the phone in the middle of dinner when your mom's calling is a boundary. Nobody knows you're setting that boundary, but you're not picking up the phone.
Right.
So
That's a good
boundaries
one,
that boundaries can be set in so many different ways, but sometimes we think about them as like this very kind of
Confrontational. kind of thing?
confrontational,
As the existentialists, we say non-belligerent. So you don't
Yeah.
have to get
Yeah.
angry about it. You can just have a normal conversation where you are just confronting,
And I
but
think-
not in a bad way.
Yeah, I think it's more difficult for, we've mentioned many times on the show, empaths, and how it's difficult for empaths
It's
to
so
send
tough.
boundaries, because the fact that we feel so deeply other people's emotions like they're our own. So it's like, it's even tougher because we know we're going to disappoint that person, because you can already feel it, but you got to do what's best for you. You got to start centering and taking care of
Well,
yourself.
and that's the problem with empaths, is that they don't realize that they have to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Usually they'll
Yeah.
just, I have an opinion. I have to think about it. I didn't know I did.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between where you're saying empaths, feel it so deeply? Does it get confused with
Yeah.
you don't know if it's your feeling or their
Yes.
feeling?
Yeah, it's a blend that happens.
Well,
and
that's one thing.
yeah.
Another one is you don't want to disappoint somebody. And also, empaths don't necessarily have that kind of energy that you have to kind of pull together in order to, I want to say, confront or something like that.
So is that different from, like, for me, it was always like I didn't feel I had the right to.
Very different.
Okay.
Very different.
Yeah. When you come from neglect, in other words, people not paying attention to you,
Yeah.
you feel like you're not deserving, or you don't have the right to exist.
You lose your voice.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And so for me, it came from that place where I didn't feel like I had the right because I didn't have the right to exist. And so then working through that has allowed me to, eventually have a voice. But it wasn't so much because I confused what they were feeling.
Yeah.
It always felt like what they felt was more important than me. But there was always that distinction. I knew what was theirs and I knew what was mine. So you're saying for an empath, that's different.
Yeah.
There's kind of a blending where you're not sure.
Can be, you bet.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I think
interesting.
like when I had a discussion with someone recently, and I needed a third person to be there, because I was feeling what that person was feeling, and then I was feeling what I was feeling, and I wanted to be heard. So I didn't want that to be overshadow what I was feeling. So it was really important that I had almost a third person there to sort of navigate through it and help me to keep my side, and then to have their side.
Now,
terms
is that
of
because it
emotions.
got confused in your mind,
Yeah.
or because you just didn't
'Cause-
have the voice to say, no, wait a minute, I need to be heard as well?
Yeah, it's
Or
a
maybe a
it's a
combination of both.
combination.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a combination, and it's really hard to even describe it, to be honest
Yeah.
with you, because it's like when you're very intuitive and you tap in a confrontation, it's like you it's almost like you know what they're going to say before they say it. So you got to be, I always went about it the best I could with presenting like, how can we work this out so we can both work together. But it's not an easy thing to
It's
do.
not an easy thing. And for me,
Yeah.
as an empath,
Yeah.
I get real sensitive about when people are not kind to one another. I actually have a real problem with it.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't
Okay.
we take a call?
You want to take a call?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, we have a lot of calls that were on hold. So
Okay.
let's see. Let's go to one that's been on hold since 45 minutes, 52 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Let's go with Carol, it looks like, from 814. Carol, you're on the line. Hi. You're on the line with
Carol.
Shirley and Kelly. How can we help you?
Hi, Carol.
Hello.
Can you turn this up, John?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hi, thank you
Carol.
for calling.
This is Carol.
Hi, Carol. How can we help you?
Do you talk to people that passed away?
Yes, I do. I happen to talk to people that
Okay.
passed away. Did you lose your mother?
Yeah.
Yes?
My mom, my sister, my nephew.
Oh, yeah. First thing that came through was your mother. I have to tell you, I was laughing when I heard your name. Not laughing, but my sister, my mother, and my daughter all are named Carol.
So my
As
mom, my dad passed away, my sister, and my nephew just passed away.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So, but your mother is the first one that came through, the first one that I saw, and I'm getting a. Can you hear me? Okay.
A little static, but yes.
Okay. I'm getting a real sadness with that, with your mother. That it was.
I believe.
I don't think that she. There. You know, I know she really wanted to stay around longer with you. I know that. And I also am getting that she is with your not your daughter. Wait, do you have a daughter?
I have a son.
Do you have a sister?
Yes.
Okay. And your sister is the one that passed as well?
I have a sister that passed and a sister that's here.
And the sister here. Okay, that's okay. So I was getting two sisters, and I was a little confused by that. All right. So your mother is with your sister, and also with her husband too. Husband. I'm getting husband. And I need to tell you
He's
that
with my dad.
Pardon me.
Is there anything you can tell me about my Jason?
About Jason.
Uh-huh.
Is he your nephew?
He's my nephew, yes. He's
Okay.
away.
Well, you've had so much loss. I
Yes,
have
very
a real.
much.
I have a bad feeling in my chest area, my stomach area. Was he hurt in that area? Is that a yes?
Jason gave me a clown, because clowns. And since he passed away, I cannot find where I clown, and it upsets me. I can't find it.
What, he lost a clown?
Gave me a little clown, collect them, and then passed away. I don't know where that clown's at. It's a little clown.
She gave him a little statue of a clown.
He gave you a statue of a clown.
And you lost it.
Yes.
And
And
Okay.
okay. And you're looking
yes,
for it.
and I can't find it, and it's upsetting me.
Oh, there's just so much energy around his. I'm not sure where that is right now, but what I am getting from him is a great deal of sadness. And did something happen in his chest area?
His heart stopped.
Okay. It feels like it happened pretty recently, and it feels like it just, like
Yes.
he was up and out, and he wants you to know that it happened so suddenly that he was up and out, and you will
Very
find,
much. He was talking-
you will find your,
He was talking to his brother, and he never woke back up.
yeah, it happened that fast, yeah. And was this in August? He's telling me August. What happened in August?
August is my mom's
Birthday.
It's more than that. Because there's something in August. You will find that clown, your clown. I'm not sure if it's under your bed or hidden somewhere, but he's telling me that you will find it. But that's like the least. You don't have to worry. He doesn't want you to even think about any of that. Also, there's more than the clown. There's also, like, I want to say little toys he had, because I'm getting little toys.
Yeah, he did give me some little.
That's important that you remember that, because that is his way. He's very funny. He's got a really good sense of humor, really good. And he's telling me, don't even worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You're going to find more stuff that you ever could imagine that all of a sudden are going to appear to you. Just give him some time, okay? And also, when you hear a
What
bell,
about-
he's talking to me about a bell or a ringer in a bell. I'm not sure what he means by
A
that.
bell or a ringer? Mm-hmm. There's a smoke alarm chirping in my house, and I can't see it.
Okay, that would be him. Just acknowledge him. And I will tell you that your family is all together. They're all together, Carol. All right?
Well, what about Sally? I talk to her picture all the time.
And that's your sister?
Yep, I
Oh.
picture all the time.
Well, you have had a lot of loss there. You're too young to have that much
You'll
loss.
understand. Very depressed.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't see my therapist because our Jeep is down.
You've not been able to see your therapist?
No, because our Jeep is broken.
Jeep is broke down.
Oh,
We don't have
I'm
to
sorry
buy
to hear
another
that,
vehicle.
because that would really definitely help you. All right, so Carol's telling me that you have the strength and the belief, she says, of Job. I'm not sure what she means by that. Oh, and also, did you just get a new job or did you lose your job? She's talking to me about a job.
Because I get disability because I have OCDs and I have depression and anxiety.
Okay, so maybe Shirley, could you want to talk a little bit about OCD and explain what that is? So people would understand.
Well, it's important for you
It's
to.
bad.
Yeah, it's important for you to try and continue to see your therapist, maybe even through Skype or telephone calls. You know, OCD is certainly about anxiety, and anxiety is about fear. So, you know, notice when it comes up and try and ground yourself. When you notice the anxiety, know that it's just an emotion. It doesn't have to control you, and I know that's easier said than done, but when you ground yourself, it can help reduce the anxiety, even if it's just a tiny bit. And grounding means noticing your feet on the floor, looking around, noticing the room you're in, noticing the noises you hear, moving your head slowly from the right to the left, maybe counting, you know, I don't know, the artifacts in your home if you're in the living room and you've got little tchotchkes around, or counting the trees outside. So using the thinking part of your brain will help keep the anxiety at bay. It's not going to get rid of the anxiety completely, but it will reduce it, even if it's just a tiny bit.
And Carol, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you better
Okay.
now.
All right, good. I want to tell you, I want you to...
Anything from my dad?
Well, wait, hold on a second. I want to get to your sister, the sister who's passed away. She wants me to make sure that you and the other sister that are here, that you all, she's showing me how you all three would like embrace and hold hands. It's a very loving family, and she wants you to embrace your other sister. Embrace her, she's saying, like hold her. Okay? And you have to tell her that you talked to her. You have to tell her that they're fine. Everybody's okay. Everybody made it on the other side. That they're sending you so much love. Okay, you must make sure you hold her. I'm not sure if she's suffering from a lot herself right now. And is she a smoker?
I think we dropped her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the connection was really bad on that call, but we will get, you can reach out on our Facebook on Both Sides Now TV. And
That's hard. She lost a lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot. Thanks for talking to her about OCD and the
Sure.
anxiety. It's tough to lose that many family members.
Yeah. So, Carol, we're sorry that we lost the call, but please feel free to, reach out to us on our Facebook page, Both Sides Now TV, and we're happy to answer any questions you may
bet.
have.
all right, so we're moving on to our next call. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to 780 on the line. I'm not sure if this is Susie or Barbara.
No, Rose.
Rose, neither one.
well,
Hi,
Thank you
Rose.
for calling, Rose.
Hi, Rose. I'm so glad we got a hold of you. How can we help
Oh,
you, Rose?
okay. I had mentioned that I wished to know if they were around me, either Ron, Barb, or Suze, maybe where the name got confused.
Oh, okay, so that's who you wanted to connect with, either Susie,
Yeah.
Barbara, or Ron.
Yeah,
Okay, got it. All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Is Susie your sister? Is Susie your sister? Can you?
I'm sorry?
Is Susie your sister?
No, just, it was,
Is that? Are we missing her?
What was that? Could you repeat that?
Susie Pat.
I can't hear that. What? I'm sorry. What? Would you repeat?
Susie, Pat?
Susie or Pat?
A pet? No, Susie was my
Susie was your pet.
Oh, your pet.
pet.
Sorry, the connection's
Yes.
really bad for some reason.
Well, I'll tell you why. This energy is fierce tonight.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. I'm telling
Wow.
you. It is.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Susie's your pet. Oh, that's hysterical.
Yes.
Boy, you must have been really close to her. I picked it up like a sister.
Oh,
I'm getting that, yes, Susie's been around you for some time now. And also, I want to talk to you about Ron and Barb, okay? Is that all right with you? But Susie is always around you.
Yes.
And what I'm getting about Susie is that you're going to
Correct.
have another, she's going to bring you somebody else. And it's funny because it'll have an American name as well, like I don't know, Kathy or something. You're funny. That's a great name
Okay.
for a dog. That is a fabulous name. She's so sweet, too. I love her energy. And she's showing me that she licks you a lot, like licks. She's a licker girl.
okay.
And now there's a man around you named Ron, and I'm getting that this is not his thing. This was not going to be his thing.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he's almost like I got to pull him along, you know.
So he's not a believer?
He's not a believer. Yeah, he's not a believer. This is like what are you even? Why am I here? Kind of a thing.
No.
No. He wants you to know that he made it on his journey as well, and that he's telling me that he's come to you, and quite a few times in your dreams. Did you lose your mother as well?
Yes.
Because he's talking to me about your mother. I don't know if they knew each other, but he's talking to me about your mother. And
Oh, his mother?
no, your mother.
Okay, my mother. There was the birth mother and stepmom.
Okay.
It's Barbara Gladys.
Is that your mother? He's talking about the biological mother.
That would have been Gladys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he has seen her. He has spent some time with her, and you need to know that you actually have quite a few people on the other side. Actually, you start. What is your birth date? I think you started losing people earlier on. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Yeah.
June 1957.
What was
Yeah.
that, June?
June 5th. Yeah, I just have.
June 18.
June
June
18th. Yeah, I just have this that you had lost, that there was a lot of loss when you were, from the earlier on. And that was Gladys a problem for you?
Was she with?
Was she a problem for you?
She was an alcoholic. We
Yeah.
didn't have a close relationship.
Yeah. Okay. Because I just want you to know that that's why I was trying to, I feel her presence and wanting her to come in, step in. But there's a lot of forgiveness, and she's gotten a lot of help now on the other side, and she wants you to send you. She understands that she's telling me that you were actually really, really kind to her. You were kind to her, and she had a problem, and she's acknowledging that. Does that make sense to you? And
yes, I forgave her
Yeah.
for a lot of things.
Yeah, and she's really
Yeah, and
thankful
she
that you
couldn't
did.
understand why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's really, really, I can't tell you how grateful she is. Because of the forgiveness that you've been able to do for her, she's telling me that she was able to actually move through the things that she did in this life, through your forgiveness and your love. And she's telling me that you prayed for her all the time. And for that, she's so grateful to you. So thank you so much. You made her, not just her transition, but you made her life on the other side, her healing, go faster. So thank you. Okay? Does that make sense?
Wonderful.
Yeah. So good for you.
Thank
Good for you,
Yeah.
Rose. All right. Thanks,
Okay,
Rose, for
John
calling.
John is giving us the.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Dad, I
Rose.
did have a lot of dreams lately, so that makes sense too.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You betcha.
Thank you for
Thanks
calling.
for
Rose.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and that happens on the other side. So if somebody was treated you badly here, or there was a mother or father that was alcoholic or drugs or horrible to you, whatever, if you can send them love and send them prayers it makes all the difference in the world for healing, for every side, for this side, for that side. It's a big deal.
I think, as I'm always, concerned with that piece of it, I think it's also important to work through your own anger.
Oh,
So you can
Right
do
on.
it. Yeah. So you can do it in a more kind of honest way, not because we have to, and they did the best they could and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's so important to give your own anger and disappointment the respect that it warrants, so you can work through that, and then you can genuinely see them as the human beings that they were, as deficient, and then be able to
right.
send them love and your forgiveness and so on.
Are you saying do the work, Shirley?
I'm saying yes.
You're
I am
absolutely
saying
right,
do
though.
the work.
You're absolutely right.
Well, and I don't think that some people don't want to do the work. I think that there's a guilt, especially if the person's passed on, that there's a guilt. How can I be angry with this person,
Sure.
And you
Yeah.
can hold both. You can be angry for the things they did that affected you, and you can still love them and forgive them for not knowing any better, for, doing their best, or for being,
right.
whatever soul contract they had, or as you teach us, or whatever they have to do where they had those experiences. But we can hold both, and I think it's important to be able to do that.
I
And
agree.
if guilt shows up, notice the guilt, but work through it anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, and we had talked on James's show with Melinda earlier about sometimes it's easier to get to that forgiveness part when you view them as playing a role that helps you grow.
Yes.
It's difficult, I know, in this 3D world, but when you see that they're on the other side and they actually played that role to help you grow, they are coming to you and apologizing in many ways. Don't you see that a lot,
I do.
Kelly?
I see it an awful lot.
Yeah.
And then, it's like you say, send them love, so that you can forgive and you can move on, because holding on to that is just going to produce more of the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, holding on to that is not healthy.
Yeah.
But jumping to the forgiveness
It's
and
not easy.
I thank you for being that person in my life so I can have these lessons.
Yeah.
Too soon is not healthy
Oh,
either.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Everything
tough.
has its
Absolutely.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and remember, everything takes time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
absolutely.
We're all works in progress.
right, right.
Yeah.
So let's take another call.
You got it. All right. So you want to give me a number from 1 to
Shirley, you
40?
go ahead.
1 to 40.
I have a number in my head, Cheryl. What's the
38.
No, that wasn't the number.
38. All right.
That's a good
What
one.
was your number?
33.
Oh, well.
Okay, so let's see. 38. Let's see. 602, you're on the line. Can we have your name, please?
Hi, this is Sherry.
Your name, please?
My name is Sherry.
Sherry. Hi,
Hi,
Sherry.
Sherry.
Thank you for calling.
Hi, Sherry. How can we help you?
What? I would like to know if I have any messages from one of my parents or my brother.
Yeah, the first thing I wrote down was mother. Tonight must be one of those mother nights. I don't know. First thing as soon as I heard your name, I wrote down mother. I want you to know that she's telling me because she's a very on time gal. Your mother. She wants me to tell you that to make sure that you know that you did everything you could to help her, and she's forever grateful for everything that you did. And she's talking to me about. Now, she's bringing up the name Rose or Roses, and I know we just had a woman called named Rose, but does that make sense to you?
Well, she cousin that passed around that time, it was Rosie, and they were as close as my mother was an only child.
Okay, and so Rosie was her good friend?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because she wants you to know that. And so, wait, Rosie is on the other side. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So they're together. She and her friend Rosie are together. That's really important for you to know. And she's telling me that it's like something about riches. The richness of having that friendship over there with her it's just been remarkable. And also, now, did you lose your father as well?
Yes.
Were your parents
I lost my
separated?
mother
Were your
in-
parents separated?
Oh my God.
Hello?
Yes, they were set.
Yeah, I thought I got that because I thought, wonder why she's not with him. I couldn't quite figure that out, except that, see, just because they're married here or whatever, they can always be separated. And then on the other side, they may not have anything to do with each other. And that'll be the case with me, I'm sure.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. So, Gotta have a good laugh over
Uh-huh.
that. So your father,
Yeah.
I'm getting more that your father is a little more strict. And I'm not sure, was he a gambler or something like that? Was he more risky in life? I'm getting a more risky. Like he took more risks than the average person, I think.
I guess you could say that. He was military and he liked to do things his own way, and he was also an attorney.
Yeah.
And he'd take on things that no people would.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
there
was
we
a
go.
little more high risk. Yeah, and I just see him as he's definitely a little more strict. But could be I'm getting that he's. Oh my gosh! Now, do you have a sibling too? Because I'm getting another sibling, or it's his brother. Did his brother pass?
Yes.
Okay, he's not alone either. And I'm getting it looks like I want to say he had a second marriage, but she's here. Is that right? Or a girlfriend here? Here, not dead.
Oh my God.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't know if you talked to her, but he's sending her a lot of love too. But he does love you, and he always did love you. Always, always, always. He's
Yes.
telling me that maybe you felt that you didn't come first with him, but because he was he's telling me his parents were a little strange too. His parents. I don't know if that he means that they're too kind of strict or whatever, but. He maybe he wasn't demonstrative but enough, but God, he loves you. God, he loved you. Okay, and does love you. All
Yes.
right. Does that make sense to you? And I'm hearing the word Marlboro man, and I don't know what that means other than did he smoke and was he a handsome guy on a horse?
Oh my God. That's what he smoked, and he died of cancer.
Oh, with a thick mustache.
Yeah. Well, he's got a good sense of humor and he's a good communicator. So I appreciate that. And just know this, honey, you're never alone, sweetheart, ever, ever. Okay? They are just a talk away. All you have to do is start talking, and there they are. You don't even have to do that. You can just
Oh,
sit.
I do.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I do. And I'm just curious if when my brother passed, because we had to make some very good choices, and I'm just curious, made the choices that he wanted me to.
Yeah. I'm hearing that you did, and that you did it better than he would have done it. Okay?
If I did what he wanted.
What he wanted,
do
and you
right
did it.
by him.
Yep, and you did it absolutely right, and even better. He's telling me bravo, even better. I'm not sure what that means but he means by that, but even better.
Oh.
I think he did an extra step.
Do you know what that
I
means?
did.
Okay,
Good.
thanks.
I could be honest. My brother was a stoner his whole life. His last weeks in hospice, I keep him high as a kite.
Oh, that's
what the
funny.
bravo
It's
is.
like bravo. I
that's
don't know what he's
great.
talking about.
Oh, that's
And
wonderful.
actually, when he made it, I managed to find smoking material, shall we say, and he was cremated. He was with his favorite hat, and I put a rolled item inside the. He went out burning one too.
That is hilarious.
That's what he means by that extra one.
Right.
That's
That's
funny.
hysterical.
You are a very good sister.
Oh, Sherry, I won't
Wow.
forget you. I won't forget you.
This
Good
call
for
will go
you.
down in
And
history.
then one more
Is there
one
what?
more quick question.
Okay.
I had her pass away on in the house, and if he has a message, I mean, we all knew it was coming. He had cancer.
I'm
But
sorry.
if
and
there's
who
any
was
kind
it?
of
Hey,
message
sweetheart,
I could give for his wife.
You're really breaking up, so let me call you back, and I will get a better connection with you. One second, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call her back because it's the connection's really.
Well, I think we're having trouble with some of these connections. I'm telling you, this
Yeah.
energy is kind of fierce tonight.
Is it because of that or something going on with our lines?
Yeah, it could be either, to be honest with you. So I'm adding to our group call right now, so I can get.
Isn't it funny on the other side, the brother?
Yeah, bravo. She went the extra
She's
mile.
like, bravo.
That's
I'm like,
hilarious.
what's he talking about? Very funny. I will not be soon forgetting that one.
Yeah, that's
That
great.
is beyond
Hello.
funny. Hi there. That's a little better. So what was the last part of your question?
My neighbor passed away Saturday afternoon.
Just this Saturday we just
Yeah.
had? 2 days ago Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I'm not really
And-
getting anything from that at this moment. I'm really sorry. I'm just getting that it was that person's time to go. But
Yes, it was. I mean,
yeah. And usually what happens.
He had cancer.
Okay, yeah, don't worry, honey. You've done everything that you can
Yeah.
do for everybody. What happens is when somebody just dies, it's best to contact a medium after a period of time, like say a month or so.
Oh, okay.
For me,
Uh-huh.
that seems to be the
For them to
Right.
get
yeah,
acclimated.
to let them like have some
Mm-hmm.
space. I wouldn't want to be bothered, would you?
Uh,
Well, I
I'm
figured
getting-
you was like going through orientation right now or something.
orientation.
Yeah.
Right, orientation.
He's
Uh-huh.
happily on the other side.
What's that? Was it a Mel Brooks movie or
Defending Your Life?
Defending Your Life.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
so good.
that seemed like it was so. Everybody's in different categories.
Yeah,
and different,
yeah, yeah.
My
Such a
favorite about
great
that
movie.
movie is when they sit and eat pasta. And they're like, I can have as much as I want? Yes.
My favorite part is the Past Lives Pavilion with Shirley MacLaine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
love
that
that
was
part.
a good one.
That's
So
great.
anyway.
Somebody channeled that movie.
It's such
'Cause
a
it was
great
completely-
movie.
Yeah.
Well, Sherry,
Yeah.
thanks so much
Thank
for
you for calling,
calling.
Sherry.
Thank you for calling, hon.
Thank
that was
you.
great. Wow. All right.
So that's so great. How wonderful for her to be so non-judgmental and
Yeah.
just do what he needed. And for him on the other side to say, bravo, you went the extra mile. That is
What is he
hilarious.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
was
want to.
good.
I want to get a clear call as we could with that one.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, let me call you back.
So
Wow.
let's do, you said 33, right?
I said number
Should we go to
33?
33?
But 38 was a great one, Cheryl.
Well, it's interesting because the numbers are all scattered now. So I have 3, 5, 6, 8, 13,
John,
14,
you
20,
pick one
21,
out.
22.
You-
So
whoever's been
I
there the
will go
longest.
with 804. 804, you're on the line with Shirley and Kelly. Can we have your name,
Oh.
please?
Yes, this is Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. How can we help you?
Hi. I'm calling to talk to Kelly, or if you have any advice, would be great. My father passed away a year ago, so I was trying to get a hold of him, and his name was Wayne, for Kelly to see if she can get him through.
So I'm going to ask
And
you
for
something.
you,
Oh, go ahead. Uh-huh.
okay.
No, go ahead.
So you're speaking to Kelly right now. Shirley's right on the other side here,
Yeah.
and she can help you
Oh,
with the
okay.
therapy.
I'm in the room, but Kelly, did you want to go with?
Well, why don't we start, Sandy, why don't we start with me first, if you don't mind, and then we'll go, you can certainly talk to Shirley. Was there a problem or a situation with money with your father?
No, more of the kids with the money.
Okay, so but
I
there
come
was a
from a family of 10.
Okay, so there has been a problem. It just feels like there's a situation with it, and I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Was there a not? Okay, I'm getting that there was a will in place, but I don't know if it went awry. Something was off there.
Yes.
Yeah.
My brother's handling everything. I kind of stayed out of it, but there's a family of 10. And
It's a big.
the Zecador, on my birthday, I got a mysterious check, and it was from him,
Okay.
from some of my dad's money, because I just stayed out of it. I said, no, I'm not getting involved.
Yeah,
That
that was-
energy I need in my life.
I understand. You know, your
So,
father.
yes, it got changed a couple
Okay,
times, and
yeah.
it was due to one other brother coming in.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. With your dad, I get that there was another sibling that also has been trying to contact him. Does that make sense?
Yes. But, I'm actually James Von Prague, one of his students.
Oh.
And so I've never brought my dad in, or anybody else has brought in my dad. And so
Oh,
I was just
okay.
like, well, let's just see if it's your anniversary, but it's bringing stuff up from this, therapy part of it is bringing up abuse that I had from him in the past. And my one brother was really scared for because my one brother's very Christian and was like, I'm so scared for him to go on the other side, and he's going to have these things that he did to some of the kids, and he didn't resolve. And did he ever say he was sorry? And I said, that's for me and him, not for my brother to be involved.
Yeah.
Did he ever say he was sorry?
Well, they do. First of all, they do a life review, and when they do the life review, they absolutely will look at each individual person that they ever had in their life, and they'll have to really feel what it was to be that person. I mean, that is how that works when they're doing a life review. So the answer is yes, he will actually be coming to every one of you probably and saying he's sorry. Now, I'm getting alcohol or some alcohol. Was he an alcoholic?
No.
Were
But
there?
early on, yes.
Okay. So
But
because
with
that
with him,
behavior.
with his father's probably, because that's where I believe the cycle started as abuse.
Yeah. Oh, it
Of
definitely.
him not understanding
definitely.
their abuse, and then them being with alcohol,
Yeah.
and it going down generations.
Oh, and that's how that works.
And that was him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want to mention anything, Shirley, about?
Well, are you? You said that you're in therapy, correct?
I was in therapy, and then also I'm a student of James Van Praagh,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's actually done a lot of therapy with me,
Oh, James is the
like
best.
months and months and months before I came out, because I've been reading as a child. I'm a medium, but I've been reading from the other side since I was a kid, and that's part of the abuse was hide this child who has a gift instead of honoring her. Hide her.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot
So-
of people out there like that have had
Yeah.
that situation, honey.
So it seems like that part of what's important for you to work through is to be able to honor yourself, even if he didn't have the wherewithal or
Well,
the.
see, I was doing good until it's the year anniversary this week. And actually, a year ago today is when Spirit told me he would die before his birthday.
Wow.
And that was in December 17th. And he died 2 weeks after Spirit said that to me.
Wow.
And it was very quiet, and I'm very hyper and kind of person. But Spirit said he will not make it before his. And I couldn't tell my brothers and sisters because the way they were, everybody grieves differently and everybody reacts differently.
Yeah.
To someone dying, and so I had to honor their space, and I was just like, had to keep that in, like, he's not going to make it. Even his own doctors were saying, there's nothing wrong, just eat, sir, and you'll be okay. And I was like, no, he's not.
And you knew.
He won't be
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah.
And I knew it, and I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
He is my biggest fan. I'll honestly say I can't see him for some reason. I've heard him since he's passed.
And that's
several
pretty
times.
common.
So the
That's
one-
very common.
Yeah. Don't let his
So
fear.
I just didn't know if Kelly can get anything from him or see him, because I can never see him. I can hear him. And the one who I thought would be the one that went and my mom died 4 or 5 years ago. That's
Can I ask you
different.
who's Mary? With an M. Who's Mary? On
I
the other
don't know
side.
who that is. I can't think of anybody.
Okay. Is there
on
an
that
M
side.
on the other side? I'm getting a woman named with an M on the other side with your dad.
Oh, with my dad? It's possibly a great aunt, yes. I just thought of that, sorry.
Yeah, because
It's one of those great aunts that you never meet. kind of
Yeah,
thing
but
you
that's
hear
all
about,
right
you know.
because he is with her.
Okay.
He is with her, and he's
Okay.
learning. He wants you to know he's learning about forgiveness for himself. He's learning about forgiveness, and he's learning.
Okay, because I was feeling that. Okay.
Yeah, and
And I am feeling that. Then I was feeling he was sorry, but more sorry, but he has to
yeah.
forgive himself and not
Well,
relive
he
it,
does,
'cause
but
that's
he-
the kind of
he's-
person he would have been.
Yeah, but he's working on that, and he's been with his family, his mother, his father. They're
Yeah,
telling me
yeah.
that was he a religious guy also?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
because they're
that was
just
the other part of me
yeah.
coming out.
Well,
If I
he's
didn't come out, so he's died this year.
okay. Well, I
because of his
understand
religion.
that.
He was a big preacher here in
Oh,
Virginia.
preacher.
So
Okay,
that
because I
was
kept
the
hearing
hard thing.
Jesus, and
Yeah.
I was like, where did that come from? Yeah. Okay. Just know that you will absolutely be. He can hear everything that you're saying. He loves you. He's telling me about flowers, that you put a lot of flowers down. Like, are you a flower girl? There's a lot
Yes,
of
I'm
yeah.
Earthy, and thanks to James, he made me do more.
Okay, well that's a good thing. He's really and he's very proud of you. And Sandy, he's very
Okay.
proud of you. He's proud of you.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks for calling,
Yeah,
honey.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Bless
You
you
too.
guys.
Sandy.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thanks, honey.
Bye.
Wow, we are almost at the end of the show.
Yeah,
Oh no,
we
let's take another
Do
call.
you want to do rapid fire readings? We got some people been on hold for 60 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So for the next calls, we just want to be cognizant of the time.
Yes.
If you ask one very specific question, Kelly will do her best, right, to answer that
I'll
question.
do my best, Cheryl.
Do your best.
Rapid
Okay.
fire.
All right, so here we go. Starting
Okay.
with the caller that's been holding the longest.
Okay,
bless her
yes,
heart.
let's do that.
All right, so 503, you're on the line with Shirley and Kelly. Can we have your name, please, and what you're calling about?
Hello?
503, are you there?
Are you there?
Hello?
Hi
Yeah.
there.
Oh.
Yay.
Oh, we're calling her back.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Did
Yeah.
you just hang up?
Rapid
Yeah.
fire hang up?
Nope, we're calling her back. Hopefully she'll pick it
Hold
up.
on. What's her name?
Didn't get the name because it didn't come
Oh.
up on the screen.
Oh man.
I know.
That's
Hopefully.
okay. Rapid fire.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi
there
there.
you are. Sorry about that. We
What's
lost
your
you.
name?
Hi, I'm Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
We've got just a few minutes, but if you have a specific question.
I'm getting mother.
Okay,
again.
I was just wondering if there's any advice from Dash or Spirit on how long it's going to take me to hear, see, or feel Spirit.
Oh, that's a great question, Tammy. What is your birth date?
11/3/67.
11/3. Well, happy birthday. Oh, you came in to feel Spirit. The only thing you ever have to do, and listen very carefully, is get your left brain out of the way. Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
No, but I'll figure it out.
It means
Oh,
don't second guess yourself.
It
Just let
means
it
get
flow.
out of your brain and move into your heart. Okay?
Okay.
Stay in the heart place and stay, and you don't have to, you absolutely, John, you do not have to second guess yourself, because you actually are one of the souls that did come in to experience, are you mediumistic?
I feel that I'm here for something and I'm about ready to burst.
Well, but let me just
I
say
know
this to
I'm
you.
supposed-
I don't want you to worry, because your time is actually coming up. Are you, 40? How old are you exactly? 48, 49? 48?
Yes.
Okay.
8,
Yeah. So don't worry, honey. Your time is coming about as we speak. In the next couple, 2, 3, 4 years, before then, probably way before then, you will figure it out. You actually have to take a spiritual path and have to do something spiritual. Don't worry. They're telling me to make sure all you have to do is sit and meditate and not to worry. You worry too much. Worrying is not going to help you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? Stay in meditation. That's the best place. And then you'll start to, all of a sudden, you'll start to hear things in your meditation. It's really quite extraordinary.
And
Okay,
also
I've been doing it for a
journal.
while now, but I'm going to keep it up. Anything from Dash, please.
Now, Dash, D-A-S-H?
Yes.
What is she saying?
Dash.
Dash. Is Dash your
Yes.
boyfriend or husband?
He was my fiance that passed away unexpectedly.
Yeah. Oh,
In 2000.
oh. Do you have the ring? He's showing me a ring. Do you have that ring?
I have a ring.
Do you have it
Yeah.
on a necklace now, or is it? Are you wearing it? 'Cause-
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. He's telling me about.
Okay.
Yeah. Please make. Oh my God. Does this one love you, boy? It was an accident. He's telling me it was an accident. What happened? It was an accident. I'm hearing like over and over, and he wants me to.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, he was trying to help his friend fix his car, and the car crushed him.
Ugh. Yeah, he's telling me it was an accident. It was an accident, and he was as surprised as anybody. In fact, when he came out of his body, he was in shock. Yeah. Oh, I've got chills. He's telling me that. Is he a big guy? Because he's got his arms around you often. He comes and he loves to hug you. He comes around and he holds you. And he's telling me that when you sleep, he sleeps on your right. He's what's it called? Spoons you. Spoon. Does that make sense? Spoon. Yeah. He was a cuddler and a smoother and a smooth talker.
Spooner.
A spooner, but he's like a smooth talker kind of a guy too. And also, did he have the motorcycle? Is there a?
Yes.
Yeah, that's him. Okay, so just know. Oh, and I'm not sure if you were thinking about selling it. Oh God, no, I don't think he wants you to sell it. But he, honey, this Dash loves you. He loves you, loves you, loves you. Okay, I'm sorry that you had to go. He had to go. I'm sorry, but he loves you. This man loves you, and he's also showing me that he's around. Do you have a child?
Yes.
Yeah, but
I have 3 girls.
Okay, he's around your children. Okay.
He has little grandchildren that he never got to be around very much.
He's around them now. All right. So just know that he's around and desperately loves you. Okay, with all his heart. Don't ever forget that. But you'll be able to pick him up. He said he's telling me that you could easily. He's come to you many times.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear him though.
That's what happens. I have a lot of people that are waiting to hear him. Yeah.
There's a day in the spirit world with James Van Praagh. Go to his website, vanpraagh.com, and do the day in the spirit world. He leads you on a meditation to meet your loved one who is on the other side, and it's very powerful. And a lot of people have really, got in touch with their spirit folks on the other side with that.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
calling.
Thanks
we
for
really
calling.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
So we
Thank
are.
you.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Okay.
We are
Okay.
well over time. We are so sorry that we didn't get to the other callers waiting online.
Yeah, there's about 15 calls. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know how disappointing that is. But reach out to us on Facebook. And if you have a question, Kelly, I don't want to speak for you, but
I'll do my best.
yeah, Kelly will do her best.
I'll do my best, or come in for an appointment, or I do FaceTime. What do I do? Skype.
Skype, uh-huh.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Office visit?
any questions? We are so
Yeah,
sorry.
absolutely.
And keep calling. Keep calling because we're going to be here.
We love your calls. So thanks
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, we'll be here next Monday taking calls again.
And next Monday is a super moon, Cheryl.
It is.
It is.
The
I mean,
biggest
the
one.
super moon.
Yeah, the biggest one we've ever, like the closest to Earth.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Like
We're
it's going to
find
be
out
the biggest
before
one
next
we've ever
week.
seen in
Yeah.
like years and years and years.
I think it's going to
apparently.
bring up a lot of emotion,
Yeah.
don't you?
So, because we have a lot of
Wow.
super moons, but this is supposed to be like some
The
super
superest.
moon.
The
yeah.
duper.
Wow. So what? So, but the energy, what is?
I think it's going to be intense.
What is the
Yeah,
super
oh,
duper?
yeah.
I think if you have a full moon and then you just keep going.
Right after the election.
Oh,
Wow.
Maroon.
Wow.
It's going to be intense.
Okay, so just fasten your seatbelts.
Yes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
stay
All right.
tuned to us at 8:30.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening. And again, from the bottom of our hearts, we are so sorry we didn't get to your calls, but try again, and we will try and get to them.
Yeah, we have thousands
week.
of calls, and we do get to try to get through as many as we possibly can. But do check out our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, also on YouTube. You can watch back the show. If you got a message from Kel and you want to, and even advice from Cheryl, you can be sure to play it back and share it with your friends so that others can have an opportunity to speak to them.
Yeah, because many times, what Kelly is channeling for one person can help someone else. It's not just, it doesn't have to be a
Exactly.
direct
Very true.
right message.
Mm-hmm.
And again, go to our Facebook page, ask us any questions. Okay, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Have a good night.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
You've been listening to Both Sides Now, featuring the unconventional duo Dr. Shirley and Kelly White.
Two perspectives, one world.